Hey everyone, welcome back to Schway-It Shwarbage, a Batman, Bat fan, Bat review, Bat pod, Batcast. I'm Will.
And I'm Jack.
And we are not so different, I and you,
Who are you talking to?
the audience.
All of them?
Every
We have
single
no
one
idea
of
how
them.
different they are.
I bet you can find just one similarity they all have.
I can look at statistics.
We all got eyes.
Well,
This is a podcast though.
except for the people that don't have eyes.
Yeah.
This is a very non-eye having accessible medium. You don't
Very
need
true.
eyes at all.
Except for all of the times where we have made allusions to thing and then not elaborated, and the only possible way the audience will know what we're talking about is when it gets put up on screen.
Yeah.
But that's just our fault.
Very true. You know what else is our fault?
What?
This week's episode. Today we're reviewing the all-American classic hit film, The Lego Batman Movie.
Which is like the Lego movie, but more focus on the Batman from that film.
And more focused on Harry Potter.
Yeah.
We'll get into that one.
Let me just say, if you're a King Kong fan, oh boy.
Yeah. If you like Dracula, boy, do I have the Batman movie for you.
If you're a
It's
fan
the
of
Batman
Doctor
versus
Who,
Dracula.
they do.
Prepare to be insulted.
The funny British robots show up. That's what they call them.
So, hey Jack and Quinn.
Yep.
You may be wondering, what is the Lego Batman movie?
Oh,
I'm not wondering
actually,
that, but
in no way, shape, or form is that something I am wondering. I just watched the film and it's
Well,
full length.
thanks for asking. The Lego Batman movie is a 2017 PJ-rated animated action movie. There are big changes brewing in Gotham, but if Batman, Will Arnett, wants to save the city from Joker's I don't know how to say his last name, so I'm skipping it, hostile takeover, he may have to drop the lone vigilante thing. Try to work with others and maybe, just maybe, learn to lighten up.
And boy, do they really hammer that theme home.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's done very well.
this is a good movie. I like this one.
Wait, you're fucking telling me that this movie came out in 2017?
Yeah.
That feels like such a nothing year. I feel like nothing
it
happened
was the
in
only
2017.
movie, actually.
It was the only movie released in 2017. I can't think of any other movie that came out in 2017.
I mean, when I think of major releases that came out a bit of time ago, I think of 2018.
I think of 2016 when hit film Suicide Squad.
No.
This is such a weird topic to go on
Yeah,
about.
yeah. This is a tangent.
So this is, correct me if I'm wrong, is this the first sequel to 2014's Smash Family blockbuster, the Lego Movie?
Yes. If we want to call it that. It's kind of related.
It's a clear successor. It's a
Yes.
very similar film in style, and it has Batman in it, who's played by Will Arnett, and is made of Legos.
Oh, guys, I was so wrong.
Yeah?
Power Rangers came out in 2017.
Okay, well...
Hi,
Man.
guys. Welcome back to the...
Welcome to Its Power and Its Rangerin'. I don't know anything about Power Rangers. I tried to make a joke, and then I was like, there's a lady in a pot, I think.
There is a
But I
lady
wasn't
in a
even
pot.
sure
Lady in
about
a
that.
I apparently know even less Power Rangers.
The joke is that
Uh,
that was a bad movie. So on to a good movie that's animated in Lego. Actually, that's something that really impressed me about this film was its visual quality is
It's so
so
good.
good. The lighting is so fucking good. That's something
There's-
that really got me.
There are some, really, really unironically impressive cinematography and beautiful shots. A personal favorite, if I can just cut ahead, we haven't really talked about the plot, but there is a scene where Robin gets thrown off of a plane.
Yes.
And Batman jumps out after him.
He dives
and it's
down.
Fucking beautiful.
It's so good, and I love all of the fucking Master Builder scenes. I think that they go over so well, mixed with like the high octane action. It's seeing
This
him
movie
do it under
took my-
pressure.
So
The movie takes my breath away so many times.
So did you all have the same experience as me? I hate to take it back a little to the 2014 the Lego Movie, but I think it's very relevant. Clearly,
Yep.
so that movie came out 8 years ago at this point, which is
Yes.
pretty crazy to me. But I must have been in middle school or something when that movie came out, maybe even elementary school, and I just remember growing up on these films like Lego: The Adventures of Clutch Powers, which were
Banger.
I will admit it's a classic film, but the animation is very, very limited in terms of what is and isn't Lego. Basically, it's just a bunch of minifigures walking around like pre-rendered environments that are not Lego at all. And then I saw the Lego Movie, and everything was actually Lego, and it looked really freaking good, and it blew my mind. And this movie is good, animation-wise. It just... cool.
Mm-hmm.
One of my 4 negative notes for this film is that it's a Clutch Powers ripoff.
Oh my goodness!
I mean, that's not an actual criticism. It's a funny thing I wrote down,
But it's so true.
Okay,
I
We
would
can
like
get
to-
into that later as we
I
talk
would
about
like
the
to
plot,
interject.
but-
I would
Yeah.
like to interject. It is conceptually a Clutch Powers spin-off, a ripoff. Clutch Powers never got a second movie, and they never finished the plot.
Yeah, that's true.
Clutch Powers set up for what happens in this movie, but then it never happens.
But
Yeah.
it's not even about just the plot or the story. It's about the themes. It's about the themes. It goes
It is
deeper
about
than
the
that.
themes.
That's true though.
The emotional arc of the movie is the same.
I finished watching the Lego Batman movie, and my first thought was I want to watch Clutch Powers.
Really?
It
My first
actually
thought-
genuinely was, but I had to go to work.
My first thought was, I'm sad the sequel got canceled
There
because
was
it did.
There was a
They,
sequel?
they
Yeah?
were working on a sequel. It's
Did
never
this
coming
movie
out.
not
Oh, yeah,
do
it's-
well at
it's
the
called
box
Batgirl.
office? It
Oh
has
no,
such-
this movie did great,
has so-
but
yeah,
the Lego
it's so-
the Lego Ninjago movie fucking bombed, and they were like, "Oh, because people don't like Ninjago, let's just finish the Lego movie we're working on, then not make anymore."
That's not
Despite
even...
the obvious fact that of course no one went to fucking see the Lego Ninjago movie.
I think the fact that they gave even the tiniest bit of a shit about the Lego Batman movie is admirable, because you could just make a movie called the Lego Batman movie and just have it be a black screen for an hour and a half and it would still do well at the box office.
Well,
You
that's
could have just played all the cutscenes from Lego Batman 1.
I think the first Lego Batman movie that was officially released was literally a compilation of cutscenes from Lego Batman 2, re-uploaded onto like Amazon Prime, and sold
That's
as like
awesome.
a full movie.
I
I
think
swear to
Clutch-
God.
I think Clutch Powers predates that. That is real though.
But that's
No,
not
no,
a
no,
Batman
no, no, no,
movie.
no. I'm talking about the
Oh, I
Lego
thought-
Other
Batman
you
than
movie.
said Lego
thematically.
You guys seen Bionicle? No, let's not talk
No,
about this.
we have
Let's
to talk about the
actual
plot. We have to
movie.
talk about the plot. We need to go into the plot right now.
There's like 5 Bionicle movies.
Let's talk about the Lego timeline real quick.
No, I could, but no, thank you.
No, someone please tell us how this movie opens up.
So first of all, it's hilarious. There's an opening narration that's just the funniest shit in the world. DC, the house that Batman built. I don't remember who said this. I should have written it down. But at some point, someone says, "I'm a loser at home and a loser at work."
That's one of the plane
Which
pilots.
is, I think, so the movie opens up on a plane. I think one of the 2 pilots says it.
Yes.
The plane is carrying bombs,
Mhm.
and
Do
then
you- Do you guys remember what the airline is called?
Oh, it's a reference, but I don't remember.
It's not a reference. It's
Is it not a reference?
it's MacGuffin Airlines.
Oh my god.
Which is so fucking funny to me. I love stuff like that. I love all of the MacGuffins. I love the Chekhov's guns that they set up. Like, this guy has a family. He's gonna go back home after work. I hope nothing bad happens to him. It's that sort of shit.
One thing about this movie that we need to get out, we need to just say it now, is it has like roughly 1 billion jokes per minute. So it is impossible that all of us caught all of them. So I hope we can enjoy finding all of them. Hopefully collectively we have found a good percentage of them. Because they don't let up. And I think that's what part of what makes it like funny and an entertaining movie is because even if some of the jokes don't land, they just have
one that will is around the corner.
Yeah,
exactly.
They're all in such quick succession that, first of all, I think that really helps with how they land because, like, they'll say the line and then there will be like a really quick, funny reaction to it, which will actually help me digest the joke because it'll be like, my name is Pick Nose Mick Fucker Stuff, and then it'll cut
not
to
a line in the movie. By the
Batman,
way.
like,
no, it was. I remember it. I actually wrote that one down.
golfing.
No, you're messing with me. They don't say
Yeah,
fuck in the
fucking
Lego
course
Batman
I
movie.
am. Of course, Jack.
Okay.
Hey, what's
Sorry
the
to
rating on the
interrupt what
Lego
you were
Batman
saying.
movie?
R.
It's
They don't do much with it.
No, they don't do anything with it. There was a scene, but it got cut. Like the rest of the series.
So there's a plane, right? And it's full of bombs, but not like delivering them. And you know, to finally get around to the plot, okay, I'm gonna go quick. The Joker robs the place, steal the bombs. He says he's gonna take over Gotham. The pilot says the funny thing about the two boats.
The two boats, I wrote that down.
Yeah. Then Joker reveals he's amassed quite an impressive crew to threaten to blow up Gotham. Later on, I am going to go over the list of all of the villains in this movie because there is a fascinating inclusion that will change everything, like how you see this movie.
Is it Gentleman Ghost?
What?
No.
How? That sounds like a clickbait article headline.
It is, but I am not wrong.
This one villain will change everything you ever thought about the
This
Lego
one
Batman
background
movie.
villain who's in literally 2 shots, I'm not joking, will literally change how you view the whole movie.
Oh my god.
I don't believe you.
Okay, well, okay. We gotta talk about the whole movie because it's heavily spoilers. But trust me, I am correct.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, there's like 40 villains, and they're all
It's a great
doing
lineup.
this plan. It is a banging lineup.
So the mayor is going to turn herself in, and Jim Gordon's like, no,
Wait, Mayor played by Mariah Carey.
yes,
Yes.
That's awesome.
who is in exactly 1 minute of this film before it is revealed that it is not actually the mayor, but Batman, played by Will Arnett, who instantly puts on maybe the most kick-ass...
You want to get nuts? He says the thing. It's so good. And the playlist is called Let's Get Nuts.
It's called Let's Get Nuts, and the song is so fucking good. That scene specifically always stands out to me as being like, it's such a good opener. It's so fucking good. It's him taking down what is basically like, I almost said all of his rogues gallery, but then I was like, that's more like
Half.
almost half.
This is canonically the strongest version of Batman, and you cannot argue it.
I mean, I think that every single person in this film is cartoonishly powerful. I think that No Gadgets Barbara Gordon is so fucking overly powered in this film. No, but after that, he goes to defuse the bomb. Joker tries to get away. They have a little interaction where Joker literally he basically goes, "Hey, you know you need me." It's the whole entire Joker Batman thing.
I'm your greatest enemy.
No,
And
you're not.
Batman says, "No,
Nope.
no."
One of my favorite lines is in this part where maybe this. So let me preface this by saying that I might have brain rot because almost every time someone said Bane in the movie, I laughed. But there's a line where
This line is so good.
Joker goes like, he says something like, "Who, what does he say?"
Yeah. If not me, who is your greatest
Oh
enemy?
yeah, and he just goes, "Bane."
He's like, Bane. And then we get one of my favorite lines in this scene, where Batman just goes, "I like to fight around. I'm in between villains at the moment. I like to fight around."
I like to fight around. And then he defuses the bomb.
Yeah, he lets Joker get away.
And Joker is very upset, and that is the main crux of the story. But after this, Batman gets a ton of media glory. He signs a couple of. Oh,
He briefly drives by the Lady of Gotham statue. It's in this movie.
it is, and then he drives to the orphanage, where he shoots them with a merchandising gun, and he meets. Wait, he doesn't meet Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson
Dick Grayson is there. I don't think they meet.
He does not acknowledge Dick Grayson's existence.
I want to point this out. One of the merch gun, it shoots a T-shirt that has the logo of the hit TV show The Batman on it.
Yep. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I was gonna bring that up later, but it's fucking. Oh. There are a bunch of nods to all sorts of different Batman media in this that make me so fucking happy. But after that, he drives back to the Batcave, and he's just super lonely for a good chunk of time. To cut down on 20 minutes of this film where he just stands around and does different lonely activities, he's lonely.
He's a sad man.
And that's when Alfred is introduced.
Bruce is talking to a painting of his parents, or a photo he took a photo he apparently took the night they were murdered.
A selfie he took.
Mm-hmm.
The night that they were murdered in front of the Monarch Theater.
Yeah. So, can I give a little bit of trivia about this movie real quick?
Oh,
Yes.
please.
So, in this movie, Batman, aka Bruce Wayne's parents, are actually dead. They're not alive.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Is that why
That's
he drove
crazy.
by the orphanage?
Oh, that's why later on, when Dick Grayson calls Bruce Wayne the greatest orphan of all time, he calls him that because his parents are dead.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh
Thus
my
making him
God.
an orphan.
That actually explains a lot. That explains why Gotham is built over a massive void.
Yeah, it does.
I actually do have an explanation for that we'll get into
It's
later.
because that's a carryover from the Lego movie.
Yeah, it is a carryover from the Lego movie. You already know.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't have any mind-bending twists like you do.
Yeah. Did the scene where Alfred interrupted Bruce and he accidentally kicked him into the piano? Did that remind either of you of the scene in Beware the Batman where Alfred pulled the gun on Katana?
No, that is not
No.
where my brain went. That actually, my brain did go somewhere, but it was far, far away. I thought of the entire opening bit of Arkham VR where you have to play the piano to get into the Batcave, but you do you.
I guess you guys just don't like Beware the Batman as much as I do, which makes sense.
I mean, if we combine both of ours, my connection has a piano and Batman, and yours has Alfred.
But Alfred pulled a gun on Katana when she snuck up on him, and then Alfred sneaks up on Batman and gets his shit kicked in.
Into a piano. So if we combine the two,
Mm.
yeah. But then he does the funny bit where he recounts all of Batman's different iterations, which I thought was very funny. But then they do a bit that is exactly the same, like 2 minutes later in the film,
Okay, I do remember.
I
that.
noticed that.
which I didn't think was bad because I think that it's a funny bit and they should be able to milk it.
But comedy comes in threes, and it's weird that they only did it 2 times.
they only did it twice, and they did it in such quick succession that it just felt a little bit uncanny to me. After that, oh yeah,
There's a Joker scene that we need to talk about real quick.
yeah. There's the
So
jokes.
Joker's watching the news, and he sees a heartfelt story about how Superman had to put away his archenemy General Zod, which I disagree. It's not his archenemy, but whatever. I feel like he's like number 4 on my list.
His arch nemesis is Metallo.
I was thinking Parasite, but yeah. Jack, you have a funny Superman villain you want to say?
Say the one
is
that
it-
we're thinking of.
What's their name? Livewire? Is that
Yeah.
the electricity lady?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say Toyman.
Toy-
No.
No, but this isn't it's Bizarro. It's Schway and Shwarbage, so we can't go too far into this conversation.
That's a good name, though. Yeah, so Superman's like, man, it was really hard putting my arch enemy away in the Phantom Zone. And then Joker gets mad because he's like, oh, they have a good relationship. And he's like, wait, I want to go to the Phantom Zone. And
That's
yeah,
that's not. He doesn't
That's-
say that. He doesn't actually say what his plan is yet.
yeah, but we knew what
It's-
it was, right?
Imp-
We
Why?
did. He was looking at it and he smiled a little bit and he was like, "I have a plan." And then it was.
And then
in it,
someone
yeah.
walks behind him carrying a light bulb, which is a funny little thing.
That is a very funny little joke, little gif. I mean,
Little gifts.
little gif.
gif.
Little
Little
gaff.
gif.
I meant gaff. That's what I meant.
I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Jaff.
No, shut up. After that, Batman gets invited to
No, Bruce
Oh.
Wayne.
Oh,
Bruce
What?
Wayne gets invited.
okay. He wears the cowl the whole fucking time.
No, he takes it
He
off.
takes it
Alfred
off
makes
in
him
the
take it
car
off. It's a
when-
he
funny
takes it off
scene.
in the. He's still in the cowl when he gets the invitation.
It's a funny scene.
Okay. Alfred tells Bruce that he's invited to Commissioner Gordon's retirement gala. And Bruce is like, I don't want to go. And Alfred's like, but you should get out. And then he's like, ugh, fine. And then they're in the limo. And he's like, Bruce, take off your cowl. And he says, what? And then I don't remember exactly what Alfred said. But it was
Take
like,
off your armored face
armored
disguise.
face disguise. He's like, ugh, fine. And he takes it off. And, and I love whenever he takes the cowl off in this film, and it only happens twice. But it comes off, and his hair is like
His
matted
hair.
down, and it like floofs up and into shape perfectly every time. And both times I expected his voice to change, and he just kept
He just
doing
keeps
the
being
Will Arnett Batman voice. Oh,
Anyway, at Commissioner Gordon's retirement party, there's a very sweet goodbye to Jim Gordon where he goes, I'm the guy who flips the bat signal, which I think is very funny.
Did you guys also think that Jim Gordon was golden in this movie because they just reduced
Yes.
him to a single gimmick, which I thought was pretty hilarious. He just talks at every opportunity about how he presses the button for the bat
he
signal.
presses the button for...
He's proud.
He is. He's very proud.
Then we're introduced to Commissioner Gordon's replacement, Commissioner Gordon, but it's Barbara,
It is. Yes, it is Barbara, my favorite
And
character in this movie.
And she has graduated from Harvard for cops, which I thought was very funny.
Good bit.
And she has made lots of law reforms in Bloodhaven, because we have to get the obligatory Bloodhaven reference out.
It gets like 3 shoutouts in
Yeah.
this movie.
Bloodhaven fans are celebrating in this movie.
So true.
Then Barbara Gordon's like, I think Batman should work with the police and not outside the law. And everyone's like, yeah, that makes sense. And Bruce Wayne's like, no, I don't want to do that. Not me, I'm not Batman.
Yeah. There is actually a really funny bit in this that I thought was very brave of them, because they have a bit where he orders a drink, drinks it, and then spits it out as if to give like a reaction to it. And that's funny. But the funnier part is that he does it again, but it
Off
doesn't
screen.
happen on screen. I think that is so brave of them to not cut to him a second time and trust the audience to know what is going on. Because a lesser studio would not.
Then I think there is a legit, very like tension-filled moment when the Joker laugh kicks in during Barbara's speech. Because it starts really quiet and then slowly builds up while she's talking. Was that just me? Am I just easily susceptible to this movie, or is that...
I mean, I was kind of like, oh fuck, some shit's about to go down.
I mean, I had seen this movie before.
Me too.
I was
it's
exactly
been such a long
surprised.
time. Oh yeah, how many times have you guys seen this movie?
This is my third time. Once in theater, and then once with just like my cousins.
I have once in theater, and then earlier today.
Yeah, that's my experience too. I only ever saw this film in theaters. I talked with my girlfriend about it earlier. She's seen this movie 17 times.
Excuse
Why
me?
isn't she on this show?
Yeah,
right now?
go get her right now.
I don't live in the same house as
Call her.
I
None of
can't-
us live in the same house.
I mean, I do. I'm in your walls.
Oh,
I think the expertise of someone who's seen this movie 17 times would be a good ad.
yeah, but I think our fresh perspectives is. She was gonna come over and watch it with me earlier, and I was so hyped. She was gonna take notes for me, but that didn't work out.
Yeah, take your own notes like a man.
I did. I took 30 of them.
We kind of missed we didn't talk about a very important thing that happens at the retirement party. Bruce Wayne does accidentally hire Dick Grayson.
Hire? He accidentally adopts Dick Grayson as
That's
his
what I
son.
meant.
He does.
I didn't mean to say hire.
Hire?
Yeah, he hires. I mean, he kind of
Yeah.
does.
No. Actually, something else important happens that is probably one of my least favorite parts of this film.
Yeah.
It's the fact that while Dick Grayson is coming up to Bruce and, questioning him on ways to get adopted, Bruce is overcome with like some sort of blinding lust for Barbara Gordon, who later in this movie it is confirmed was a fan of Batman as a child. So there's obviously a very stark age gap.
That's
between
true
the
about
two
every
of them.
single time
weird.
Barbara and Bruce are shipped.
Yeah.
and
It's not a good
always bad,
ship.
and I always hate it.
I
not
hate
a
it
good
every
ship.
single time. I wish that they hadn't done that.
It's the worst thing about the DC animated universe.
I think that they could have avoided it here, especially with like the.
They couldn't think of another way to have Batman accidentally adopt a child.
Well, I think that it's strange because the relationship that they set up between Batman and Joker is coded as
Romantic.
Yeah.
it is coded as romantic, which I think is in many ways trivialized by the fact that he constantly has googly eyes for Barbara Gordon.
I agree, but in a small defense, by the end of the movie, I don't think he's into her anymore. I think... I feel like that is a thing that kind of drops off, whether that's poor writing that they forgot it, or like
There's a line.
it's good writing because he like respects her now, but like or he respects her wishes, not be invested in that way, but it
I,
drops off.
I mean, they never acknowledge it. At the end of the
There's a
movie,
line
he
where
does
he says
call
like
her
my platonic.
my platonic coworker.
Yeah, but I couldn't tell if that was meant to be him
Yeah,
turning around or meant to be a kind of joke, like a haha, he's hiding his true feelings or something.
I,
That,
I
but
think it depends on how you take the line because I don't think that it's like an open-ended like joke. I think that it was just poor writing for an arc that they underdeveloped because I'm going to come out and say it. I don't like Barbara in this movie very much.
uh, she's
I don't have an opinion on her. I don't like her. Like if I were to like make like top 10 best characters in the Lego Batman movie, I don't think I'd even like put her on this. I
I
wouldn't remember she was in this movie had I not watched it very recently.
But
she
that's my point.
kind of
Is
works
that
as a like straight man foil to the very goofy like Will Arnett Batman, but she on her own never really like I don't know. She never really got me laughing or anything like that. I don't think I can't remember.
I mean, I think an example of a great straight man foil in this film is Alfred, who is
He's
very
so good.
He's so good in this movie. He's so good in this film. I have a note somewhere that is like
Does Alfred ever miss like?
Alfred is the best.
I feel
No,
like
I don't
every
think
time
he
we talk
does.
about Alfred in something, it's about how good he is.
Or but how he looks like Lex Luthor.
Yeah. And even in that he was pretty good.
Pretty good. I want to talk about something weird.
Okay.
This kind of hops around. The guy who plays Alfred in this movie is the same guy who played Voldemort in the Harry Potter movies, and Voldemort is in this movie
Played
and
by someone else?
and he's played by someone else.
What?
I don't know why they did
Uh-huh.
this.
I mean, this is a good point to recognize that this cast is stacked from the ground
real
Yeah.
up.
good.
Even
Every
the
single
cameo
random like
characters.
character who has one line is someone you would never believe.
A lot of the villains are voiced by like celebrity
Yeah.
cameos. I thought I had it saved.
Conan
Someone talk about
O'Brien,
something while I
Riddler.
find the list. Yeah, that's the one I wanted to say. Conan O'Brien is the Riddler, and he gets one line, and he just laughs.
I would legitimately like to see a Conan O'Brien Riddler.
Oh, what's his name? The guy who played. He finally gets to be Two-Face. I wrote this down, and I can't find it now.
You mean Billy D. Williams?
Yeah, Billy D. Williams. Yes, he was Harvey Dent in the first two Tim Burton Batman movies, and then when it wasn't Tim Burton anymore, and they got a different director, Two-Face wasn't played by him, but he voices Two-Face in this.
Also, did you guys pick up who plays Catwoman in this film?
It's
Oh,
the
it's,
same person who plays Catwoman in the Batman.
It's Zoe Kravitz, which
Is
The
that the
fact
same
that
as
she
the
pl-
Batman?
It's,
yeah,
I
it
think
is.
so.
Oh yes, it is. Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
Zoe
Yeah.
Kravitz.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
The
That's
Batman
like-
2022.
yeah. I thought we agreed we would call it the
No,
new
it's the
Batman
new Batman
but
movie.
yeah, yeah. So that's why I was confused. I was legitimately like, I don't think it was her in the Batman. I forgot about the new movie.
But the fact that she was Catwoman in this film first,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of telling. That's insane.
Okay, can I go on my villain rant now? That'll like completely change how you see this movie.
Okay.
I've been waiting to hear it.
So first of all, like the theme of this movie is Batman like learning that he can have a family again. I'm gonna give you the full list of villains. I'm gonna skip one and then come back to it at the end. So, Bane, Captain Boomerang, who's a Flash villain, but whatever. Calculator, Calendar Man, Catman, Catwoman, Clayface, Clock King, Green Arrow villain, but whatever. Condiment King, Crazy Quilt. I consider that a Robin villain, but it's
No,
fine.
well,
Dr.
these count.
Phosphorus,
These count.
Egghead. Eraser, Gentleman Ghost, Harley Quinn, Hugo Strange, the Joker, the Kabuki twins, who were Penguin's goons in the Batman.
Oh
I don't
my
know if you caught
god.
them; they were in it. Killer Croc, Killer Moth, King Tut, Kite Man, Magpie, Man Bat, March Harriet, Mime, Mister Freeze, the mutant leader from The Dark Knight Returns, Wild. Orca, the Penguin, Poison Ivy, Polka Dot Man, the Riddler, Scarecrow, Tarantula, Two-Face, Zebra Man, Zodiac Master. Also, Mad Hatter and Carmine Falcone are both mentioned but not seen.
Okay.
So, there's a line in this movie where Alfred says, Bruce, you should go be with your new son, talking about Dick Grayson.
Mm-hmm.
And I think new is an important word because the character I skipped is Red Hood.
Holy shit.
No way.
There's no way.
No way.
There's no way.
He is not in this
There's
film.
no way he's in the
Red
movie.
Hood is in this movie, and he works for Joker.
Where is Red Hood? I don't remember Red Hood being in the movie.
What?
Is he just?
No.
Does he
He's
have any
in two
lines?
scenes. He has no lines. He's in two scenes. He works for Joker.
What? Okay. I need to.
What the?
And someone may argue, hey, that's maybe a different Red Hood, not Jason Todd.
That's what I was
Allow
gonna
me
say.
to read the official Lego.com description.
Lego.com description.
With his face hidden beneath a featureless dome-shaped helmet, the Red Hood is one mysterious supervillain. His cape suit and bow tie make him cut quite the dashing figure, but unfortunately he uses all of his fashionable panache for evil. Rumors suggest that the Red Hood may have a secret connection to Batman.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
Is that for this
But-
movie, or is that just
That's
about?
for this movie. When this movie came out, Lego.com did a huge thing for it, and they had just a short description for every single one of the villains in it.
Technically, it wasn't there an arc where he did try to take down the Red Hood gang, and like they were pretty like it might be
Quentin, you could argue that, but Lego.com in a official fucking source says, rumors suggest that the Red Hood has a secret connection to Batman.
Yeah,
It can't be.
that
Surely they just didn't think about that.
maybe it's just a rumor.
Yeah.
Okay, but doesn't that like let's devil's
Has
advocate?
anyone
it's
else come up
Jason.
with this theory? Like, or did you?
I
is this off
I
the
didn't
dome?
I didn't look into it. On the Lego Batman movie wiki, which I mean I don't trust as a first party source because it's a fan wiki, it does say real name Jason Todd, but I couldn't find that anywhere. I checked the sources.
Holy shit! That did blow my mind. Will, you delivered on your promise.
That's the one person that you said that could have recontextualized this whole entire thing. I thought you were gonna.
What'd you think?
Well, I thought you were gonna like say when you brought up new family or whatever. I thought you were gonna say like Flashpoint Joker.
No,
I thought you were
Now
gonna say
that
like,
would be wild.
fucking.
that would
If
be
just
wild.
Flashpoint Joker was in the
It's
background.
Oh,
So yeah, I think that recontextualizes a lot of shit if we assume this to be true. Like the scene where Batman tells Alfred to put Dick Grayson on the first jet back to the orphanage. That's no longer him being a dick. That's him like, hey Alfred, this didn't work well
Wow.
last time. And then he gets rightfully pissed off when Alfred brings him down into the Batcave.
Yeah. Which
I'm asking the director about this if I ever get the chance.
I'm
I
gonna
mean-
email the producers.
So yeah, that was my big thing. Who wants to follow that up? You guys want to talk about more of the plot or whatever?
Well,
Well,
the plot in the mid part of the there's so much plot in this movie, so much fucking plot. After that, Joker
Turns himself in.
He turns himself in, and he turns in the rest of the Rogues Gallery. They
including
all get,
Jason Todd.
including Jason Todd. And they all get sent to Arkham, and now Batman is kind of shunned because the credit is given to Barbara Gordon. And then Batman stalks the Joker in Arkham Asylum, and Barbara Gordon catches him, and the darndest fucking thing happens. A truck pulls up, and Batman is like, We need to put him away somewhere that he can never get out. He's a harm to society. And then Barbara's like, well, where's that? And then the truck, what the fuck is it? It's
Phantom's own laundry.
It's Phantom's own laundry.
Big brain play by Harley Quinn.
Yeah. Fucking and so okay. It says on the door, Phantom's own laundry. But further down on the same car door is Harleen Quinzel's fucking name. So I don't know if it's a problem with Batman Bruce Wayne's vision and if he's just farsighted.
This could be based on like how they rearranged like modern canon so that Jason Todd was Robin's first son, which I'm sure they did. They also could be basing it off the long period in time when Harley Quinn had a secret identity, when she was not known to be Harleen Quinzel, which I mean is dumb. You should figure it out easy, but that was a thing in comics.
I would also like to posit that Batman is just not a good detective in this movie.
No.
So maybe that's why.
Are you kidding me? I mean, he does some great detective work. What are you talking about?
Name one thing he detects.
Ooh.
He accidentally adopts a son.
Then Batman's like, okay, I'm gonna break into the Fortress of Solitude and steal the Phantom Zone projector, and I'm gonna take the son I accidentally adopted, because he's small and nimble and quiet when he wants to be.
Oh, but before that is the funny password scene.
Oh yeah.
I have a super secret password.
I chuckled.
So
You mean Alfred the Butler with two T's? See, that's what I'm talking about. It's the fucking punchline of the joke followed by the witty reaction that fucking kills me. Because the part that got me to laugh was Batman's laugh.
Yeah. When Alfred says it, and then Batman lets up just like a gut laugh. I want to point out a few things that happen when they're preparing to go to the Fortress of Solitude. First of all, Batman packs 2 kryptonite swords. He didn't end up using them, but he did bring them.
I looked at them and I didn't make the connection that they were made of kryptonite. So I just thought, wow, those were two weird green jade weapons.
I like the running gag in this film that Batman hates Superman. It's good.
Yeah.
You really have to connect the dots and look into the subtext to draw that conclusion.
Mm-hmm. Also, when he is about to leave with Robin, the suit rack turns around and Alfred is on it. Like he was on the suit rack. Did you guys notice that? Because it's only for a split second.
What did it say? It had a label.
It did, and it's hilarious. It says "Kick Butler."
Also, can we talk about the origins of Robin's costume real quick in this film?
I think it's funny.
Funny bit.
It's very funny.
Reggae Man.
Yeah, so Batman has a costume called Reggae Man.
Reggae Man.
Reggae Man.
My favorite Pokemon.
And the Robin suit is just that costume without the headpiece and with the pants torn off.
Oh, also we missed an acute Chekhov's gun as
Oh wow!
Dick
Oh,
is
yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
running
one,
around the
this is a big-
facility, and Batman is saying, "You can't touch that. You can't touch that." And then he's like, "Shark repellent," and Batman's like, we never used that ever, ever, ever." And he looks at the audience and he says, "Ever," wink. So you know it's going to be used later in the film, and it is, but we'll get to that.
So I want to talk about the two scenes at the Fortress of Solitude. But first, I think this should be our podcast new tagline. Do you remember what Batman says to Robin right when they get in the Batmobile before they leave?
Ooh.
Are you ready to follow Batman and maybe learn a few life lessons along the way?
That's us. That's what we do.
That's
what we're
we
doing.
do.
Lesson one, and
then
lesson one was no seatbelts, right?
Yeah, that's what I was
Lesson-
thinking.
Lesson 1 was life doesn't give you seatbelts.
Life does not give you seatbelts.
Does someone want to bring us into the Fortress of Solitude stuff?
Yeah. So, Batman rolls up at the good old FOS, and he knocks on the door, or opens the door, or whatever.
He
Oh.
knocks on it. He's not strong enough to open it.
Well, first of
Oh,
all,
yeah.
he sends Robin
Okay,
inside
I forgot
to
about
vent.
the door. I forgot about how the door worked. But yeah, his goal was to distract Superman while Robin goes and crawls through the vent to steal the Phantom Zone projector. And
That is sitting inside of the fucking the reactor core or whatever.
The
Yeah.
fucking most, secure vault of all time, I want to say.
yeah,
Which
I mean,
A
fair.
really
Robin
good vault.
stole from it, but...
I mean, Voldemort's in there. It's got to be protected.
and then hilariously, Batman finds that the entire Justice League was holding a party there that he was not invited to.
Because no one likes him.
Yeah, and he just gets all sad, and he doesn't even have to distract. He does basically all he does
No.
is goes to shut off the power to the traps, and then he tells Robin what to do through an earpiece. And Robin gets the null void projector, and Batman feels like a loser for being at a party that he wasn't invited to.
I love how,
Even Hal
he
Jordan got invited.
single-handedly destroys fucking Zor-El's legacy.
Yeah.
Piece by piece.
This is so good.
That's good.
Do you guys remember when Batman's telling him what to do? Do you guys remember what Robin said he wanted his catchphrase to be?
Fly, Robin, fly.
He said that, but then he also said tweet on the street, and I really
Yeah.
liked that.
On the street.
That's a banger.
And then there's a very cute scene of Batman and Robin bonding, but then Batman denies it
Oh, you mean
because
the
his
fucking...
previous son, Jason Todd, turned to evil.
That's... I'm
And
still,
maybe
I'm
died.
Still not
It's
convinced.
unclear what happened in this universe.
So no. Don't fucking even. There's no way that we can canonize the semi-death of Jason Todd.
I
Lego
don't
Batman
think he,
Zero: Death in the Family coming this year.
I
damn it.
don't think he died. There's no way. That seems like too much. But he does appear to be evil and work for the Joker.
Jason Todd being here as Red Hood is the only thing that we have to confirm his existence at all. Nobody says anything that leads to the fucking hint that he exists other than him showing up in the
Other
film.
than the fact that he's in the movie, we have
So-
no proof
And the
that he exists in this
Lego.com
universe.
website
the
description.
one
of
thing
Red Hood.
the one thing that we cannot pursue is his death. That cannot be true. Anyway.
My next note is just the Phantom Zone stuff ain't great.
No.
I'm not huge into it.
I'm into the Phantom Zone itself. I think that it's so sad how they made a crossover movie instead of really focusing in on Batman's rogues gallery.
You guys
I
want a list of all the
completely
villains
agree.
who appear
I
in the Phantom
completely
Zone?
agree. Yes,
Okay.
please.
The Wicked Witch and the Flying Monkeys from The Wizard of Oz, Gremlins from Gremlins, the Daleks from Doctor Who, A vampire. I want to put this out. I'm using the Lego Batman movie wiki list of them because I just fact checked it to make sure. They list vampire in parentheses, possibly Dracula. The dinosaurs from Jurassic Park, skeletons from Jason and the Argonauts, Lord Voldemort from Harry Potter, Sauron from Lord of the Rings, King Kong from King Kong, Kraken and Medusa from Clash of the Titans, Agent Smith from The Matrix, Jaws from Jaws, and the Swamp Creature.
Agent
You know
Smith.
what bothers me?
What?
Zod wasn't even in there.
I
We saw him
know,
got put in
right?
at the
I
start
know.
of the
That's
movie.
fucking true.
What the
This
hell?
This movie would have been twice as better if like they had just gone with like high tier DC villains. Like imagine if Mongol was in there.
Yeah.
The anti-monitor could have showed up.
I sincerely thought that I was gonna say that, like, hey, where was Zod? And one of you guys was gonna be like, you idiot, like, Zod was there the whole time and you missed him.
No, he's not.
Now that I'm
They
thinking about it, that's
directly
such a
mention
logical
it.
farce. No,
I
it's not
know.
even that he releases like a select group of the villains. He literally hits the option
Releases
that is
all.
all villains. Yeah.
Was there a post-credit scene I didn't watch after the
I
credits
didn't.
that had
There's
Zod?
no way. I didn't check,
Okay.
but I don't think there is.
Okay.
I didn't even watch the very entertaining credits.
There's one more thing I want to say about the Lego Batman movie wiki. In mentioned only, they have Professor Pig listed as having a mention, and I've spent an hour checking on because it's the only link on this page not highlighted, and I spent an hour looking for this, and I don't think that's true. Like I could not find any reference of there being a Professor Pig cameo anywhere in this movie.
The
Could we
Lego
all-
Batman wiki lied. That's sad.
Yeah.
Here's what we should do. Let's make a solemn swear that from this point onward, every year, on the anniversary of when this episode comes out, we'll go onto the Lego Batman wiki and we'll add one villain that has nothing to do with the actual film and say that they were mentioned in the movie.
And see how long they it takes them
See?
to catch on.
Because there are so many bullshit villains in this movie that it probably won't
No
even
one would know.
fucking matter.
No one would ever know. You
The
could add
Kabuki
Mongol.
twins are in this.
We can say crazy bullshit stuff like Jason Todd.
Yeah, but he's there.
I don't get it.
Was Cluemaster in this movie? I feel like we could
No,
easily
that is
sneak
who. That's who we
Cluemaster
had
in.
first. Hugo Strange was in this movie.
Thank God.
I don't. We're the Teenage Mutant Ninja. You know what? This would have been a great opportunity to bring in like franchises that Batman has crossed over with in the past.
I
That
wrote
would have
that
been
note.
so much cooler. Teenage
Batman
Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Batman's
Scooby-Doo.
Batman has canonically fought Shredder before. Bring him back. Give him a rematch.
I'm glad we all agree that the crossover stuff was a bit of a disappointment because that
Yeah.
was my biggest criticism of the movie. I really didn't. It just didn't. It didn't work for me. It felt like they were trying to be the Lego movie, which makes sense considering this is
Yeah.
basically a sequel, but also just be the Lego Batman movie, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Like
talk
I
They
want to
didn't
see
even
more
put like
Bane.
the bad guy.
I want to see
They
more
didn't even
Riddler.
put the bad guy from Clutch Powers in there.
No, they didn't.
Clutch Powers
know-
didn't even put the bad guy from Clutch Powers in there. They didn't finish.
There was the prison break scene.
We'll talk about Clutch Powers another day.
No, we won't.
What-
This is a Batman podcast.
Next time Quentin can't record, we'll just talk about Clutch Powers.
This is fucked up. You can't do the Clutch Powers cast without me.
100 episode special.
That would be so stupid and so
100
awesome at the
episode
same.
special of our fucking Batman review podcast is a review of Clutch Powers.
Let's definitely plan that far ahead when we're on episode 7 right now. And it takes us about a year to record 7.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention earlier in the film when they're choosing a vehicle to take to the Fortress of Solitude, and it shows all of the vehicles. The Brave and the Bold Batmobile is in there,
Mm-hmm.
which I found very fun and interesting. I love I love very specific nods like that.
Maybe it's the Red Hood from the Brave. No, that doesn't make sense because he was a good guy.
That's also true.
Yeah, but it can't. Yeah, so it can't be
It's-
him.
The thing that weirds me out about it, right?
Is that Jason Todd is in this movie?
No, the thing that weirds me out about that is that it's not Jason Todd's costume. It's the
He wore the pill helmet for a period of time when he was a full villain. He wore it. Don't forget it. It was great. He wore the pill helmet and thigh-high boots. I love that costume.
Did he wear a bow tie?
I don't remember.
Because this
I
one's
don't
wearing a
think
bow
so.
tie.
So the Joker is shark teeth in this.
He's yeah, you're right.
He has a mysterious connection to Batman, according to the rumors.
Wait, okay, this will be fun.
Oh my god.
What version of the Joker do you think this is? And I'm not talking like fucking
Three Jokers.
shit.
Thank
I'm
God.
talking about what origin story out of the like many origins do you think this Joker is?
I think all of the fake origins he says in The Dark Knight, all of those are true for this Joker.
He's all of them
Yeah,
simultaneously.
I think he cut his mouth open for his wife.
I think he was built by the man upstairs from Lego Movie lore. As
That's
That's a fair point.
his father was a drinker.
this, I mean, this movie is essentially the same. They don't actually go into it like they do in 2014's The Lego Movie. But you
I'm
can
glad
easily
they don't.
imagine. Yeah, me too. It would have been a waste of time.
Yeah.
But you can think of it as a. This kind of can explain the Jason Todd thing if you wanted to. You can kind of think of it as just like a Lego
A kid
set.
playing with-
Like it doesn't
Mhm.
really have to have continuity. It's just a one-off adventure in a children's
Hey Jack.
Lego set.
Hey Jack.
Yeah,
Jack, you know me. You know me.
I
You
know.
know
That's
that
a
Legos
cop
have
out.
continuity.
I know it's a cop out answer.
No, you know that Legos have continuity.
But the Lego Movie universe is a
Very true. Very true. It's just a kid playing around.
Do you
Okay.
know how?
Wait, guys. Guys, we have to talk about the plot. It's been 1 hour.
No, we don't.
We have
Do you
to
know
finish
how,
the plot summary.
Do you know how earlier in the film, when they're doing the newscast about how there's the chasm underneath Gotham, he describes it as bottomless and also smelling like dirty underwear? I found a fan theory online that Gotham is built over top a dirty laundry hamper.
I believe it.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
That also makes sense for the mainline continuity.
that's so true.
So true.
There's an Aaron Cash cameo in this.
What?
Yeah,
Nice.
you know when that security guard shows Commissioner Gordon, Barbara Gordon, the cute video on his phone.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's Aaron Cash.
That's Aaron Cash.
That's awesome.
That's- whoa.
His other hand was a hook.
Wow.
hmm
Commissioner, look.
Also, in one of the tie-in Lego sets, there's a pair of GCPD officers that come in it, and one is an Asian woman and one is an African American man, and even though they are not named, they are very clearly Ethan Bennett and Ellen Yang.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Don't appear in the
Batman
movie, but appear in a
2004
set.
Fans.
That's
Rejoice.
fucking awesome.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
So now to talk about the second act of the film.
I think we did that already. I think we're good.
No, we haven't
Yeah.
even talked about the Phantom Zone yet.
It's fine.
We don't need to talk about the Phantom Zone. We've already talked about everyone
Yeah.
in the Phantom Zone.
Yeah, that's basically all the Phantom Zone is.
So, but we haven't talked about how Batman smuggles the Phantom Zone projector into Arkham Asylum sends Joker to the Phantom Zone, and then gets locked in Arkham Asylum because Barbara
Wait.
Gordon is like, you just broke into Arkham Asylum, and you can't do that. We're locking you and Robin in Arkham Asylum.
Yeah, Jack, you say smuggled into Arkham Asylum. Robin gets
broke
caught
in.
with
He
it,
broke.
and then he beats
They
up
just
like
start
all the
beating the shit out-
fucking
yeah.
guards. Yeah, they just start beating the shit out of everyone.
And the way he convinces Robin to also beat up the guards is he goes, all these guys are friends with Bruce Wayne, and he says it's cool.
Oh yeah, there's
we
a
didn't
bit
even
where
talk about that
until
bit.
the end of the film, Robin doesn't know that Bruce Wayne is Batman and just thinks that he's been adopted by both of them who are sharing
Well, that's-
custody.
That's a part of a larger bit where, for some reason, people can't put together the idea that Batman and Bruce Wayne are the same person. So
Yeah.
every single time they find out that the Batcave is underneath Wayne Manor, they're like, "Oh my God, they're fucking roommates."
Roommates. I love the idea that like I know this might be me reading it too far into this, but I feel like that was coded a little, and like everyone was like, "Oh, Batman and Bruce Wayne are a couple," because like they both adopted Robin. Am I reading too far into that?
Well, I
No,
mean,
I
that
think
would
that's
be appropriate.
Because Robin keeps talking about how he has two dads.
Two
like,
dads.
Which is fucking awesome. I like if this movie was a little bit more explicit with the things that it was trying to say. I think that it probably would like benefit a lot and have a lot more of like a cult following, a much more active following, instead
How-
of
This movie doesn't need a
Oh.
cult following. It probably made $1 trillion.
it did make it made $1 trillion, but like also I only ever saw this film once, and if this was the film where Joker and Batman had some sort of like explicitly stated anything, I probably would have given this a rewatch. It probably would have felt more important, is what I'm trying to say.
Do you guys think that? So first of all, two things. If this wasn't a Lego movie, if this was a live action release with the exact same plot, I think this would be heralded as one of the best Batman movies of all time. And I think the wild crossovers in the Phantom Zone would be better because it's no longer Lego pushing their products. It's like insane cameos for a Batman movie.
Yeah.
That would be a truly insane if they actually had a live action film with Sauron and Voldemort and
Fighting
Freaking-
Batman.
the Wicked Witch from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
And live action Michael Cera
As
played
Robin.
10-year-old Robin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true. I think that there are a lot of things that would need to be reworked for it to work outside of a Lego context.
No,
Yeah.
I disagree.
I would say intrinsically all of the Master Builder elements would have to be reworked.
He's just doing property damage. It's
No,
fine.
no. No, that's not how it works in real life.
Don't you want to see a shitty Batmobile made out of pieces from a brick wall and like an air conditioning Batman stole?
My suspension of disbelief ends the moment he pulls a brick out of a wall and builds a Batmobile with it.
That would be kind of awesome, though.
But it doesn't. There are no
It
rules.
doesn't. There are
It
no
works-
rules in this movie.
No,
This is
it works because it's Lego. It
Yeah.
works because it's Lego, and it's in an established universe that is controlled by higher beings who make things happen because bullshit.
One thing they wouldn't have to change, though, is the Catwoman casting. Clearly, they thought that was a...
So true.
Yeah, big brain.
Yeah. I'm
And-
still wondering to this day why they didn't bring Will Arnett back for the new Batman movie. Could you imagine?
That would have been so good.
Yeah, why didn't they make Conan the Riddler in the new Batman movie?
Okay, so Riddler gets zapped into the Phantom Zone, and then Harley frees him.
Riddler?
and all the-
Wait, Riddler?
Joker, you...
No,
This
it
is
was
the
the
canon
Riddler.
divergence.
Yeah. See, I had the director's cut.
I had the... You had the good version.
The good version. Yeah. So then Harley releases Joker and all the villains in the Phantom Zone. Um, and so Batman teams up with Robin, Barbara, and Alfred to go defeat the villains. And the action is beautiful. We already talked about the plane scene earlier. Alfred shoots some monkeys.
Yes. Yes, he does.
Yes.
But then Robin just starts throwing them off of the plane later.
Mm-hmm. He didn't get all of them.
I mean, he got most of them.
I think Robin was fighting the Gremlins.
Oh, it was the
There were
Gremlins who did
two
the...
guys.
I just wanted to say that it's insane that you can say all that and it doesn't even sound weird.
The fucking Gremlins from Gremlins!
Are you kidding me?
The don't feed them
Are you
after
fucking kidding
midnight
me?
Gremlins from the film Gremlins!
That doesn't make any sense. It's always after midnight.
fucking-
When does it turn back
The
to
fucking
normal?
Gremlin.
That's actually...
Who?
Well, okay. Wait,
What
is it when
time
the
does
sun
it go
rises?
back to normal?
I don't know. I don't fucking
All
know.
time is after midnight. Ever since the midnight prime, the first midnight, it's always been after midnight.
The Midnight Prime?
The first midnight.
Save this for the Gremlin cast.
Wait,
No,
wait.
we've
Okay.
already promised too much. We're not doing a Gremlin cast.
No, is Midnight... Okay, so is Midnight Prime the first midnight to ever exist ever, or the first recorded midnight using
Ever.
our... Okay. And the first recorded midnight is Midnight Prime Delta.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we've established this.
Dracula's in this movie.
No. It's
No,
a vampire.
possibly
Maybe
Dracula.
Dracula.
No,
I
he
wish
has
I-
a count.
I-
He makes a count pun, so I think it's confirmed
Yeah,
that he's Dracula.
It's Count from Sesame Street.
Guys, this movie is so funny. This movie is so fucking funny. Like, this movie is unbelievably funny, given what I thought it was going to be. The fact that I have three, while being incredibly, like, prevalent criticisms, I only have 3 criticisms and nothing but praises for the rest of the film it's jarring. I mean, at least compared to the other stuff that we reviewed
Yeah,
on
is-
this
It's
podcast.
a good flick.
Not this. I mean, we've been positive this whole time, so they all know. But is this the best thing we've reviewed? Excluding Beware the Batman.
Well, excluding the Island of a Thousand Traps, of course.
Yeah.
God, we reviewed some
Or
bullshit.
Mona Lisa 2, as it's been called.
Yes. I mean, and we'd also have to
Medusa's
exclude
in this
Gollum.
movie.
Yeah.
The plane gets shot down. By it gets shot down.
Do you know what I thought
This
was?
movie's wild.
Do you know what I
um,
thought was really weird about this film and its script writing?
Okay, yes, but this is the last one. We gotta.
Do we though? Because it leads into what happens next.
Okay,
Earlier in
then
the
yeah.
film, while they're still in the prison, when Batman gets released, they make a joke about using the villains as an army to go
Oh my
against
goodness! If this is the joke.
Joker's
Mm-hmm.
army of villains. Now, he makes a note that says, getting villains to do good guy work, that's stupid. Which is
There's
it's
Fucking
obviously
hilarious.
a jab at fucking
Suicide Squad
Force
2016,
X. Yeah,
which
Suicide
came
Squad.
out one
It is-
year prior.
It is,
1 year prior.
it is not the first jab. It is not the first jab. In the opening scene where all the villains are planting the bomb, Killer Croc turns the bomb on and then gladly proclaims, "I did something," which is very on purpose to the fact that he literally does nothing in Suicide
He
Squad.
does nothing in Suicide Squad. Yeah. I mean, also, have you guys checked and watched Suicide Squad to see if it begins on a long black screen and ends on a long
Oh my
white
god!
screen?
It totally
It-
might.
It
might.
But I never want to watch that movie again.
Yeah,
Well,
until we review it for the pod.
We probably are gonna have to review it for the pod.
It's got Katana in it.
It does have Katana in it. We've already established Katana as a canon character on the cast.
Staple.
Yeah. What do I've completely lost what we're talking about.
No. So the reason I brought all of that up was because directly after this, Batman basically has this entire thing where they say the word family because they're working so fucking well together, and
Fast and the Furious.
He puts them in the Tumblr. No, it's not the Tumblr.
No, it's the which one are you talking about? The Scuttler?
It's the Scuttler. Yeah, he puts them in the Scuttler and tells the Scuttler to go on the taco stand.
Go to the chimichanga stand in
the
Bloodhaven.
Chimichanga stand in Bloodhaven. Which is probably a reference, but I didn't do any research on it. Well,
there's no way there's some chimichanga stand in Bloodhaven that's like well known, right?
There might be. I don't know.
So.
Where does Dick Grayson go to work after he loses his memory?
At a secret spy agency, and he changed his name to Rick Grayson, and
Rick
it's one of the worst comics of all time.
But he goes and confronts the Joker after Joker has rebuilt Wayne Manor into like this Jokerized fucking... I think that this is probably one of the coolest examples of a Jokerized location, which is a trope that they use a lot, where Joker kind of like takes over a spot and adds his own flair to it.
I don't know how he did it, but he does build a roller coaster on Wayne Manor.
The interior is so intricately designed and cool as like this immaculate trap. They do a mirror maze section of like the confrontation with the Joker, and it's on point. Like, I think that that's a worn trope, but they do it pretty well as he just breaks mirror after mirror and eventually ends up in a chamber where Batman delivers another heartbreaking line after Joker says, "I hate you," which is coded "I love you." And he says, "So do I." Which, I mean, either means that he...
Yeah, but he didn't say "I hate you" back.
He didn't say "I hate you" back.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm reading too far into it, into him saying "I hate myself." Because Joker said "I hate you," and Batman said "So do I."
I think that's intentional. I think that's intentional.
I don't know if I was reading too far into that.
No.
Or not. It was just one of those back and forth things.
Quentin, we went on like a 10-minute bit about Jason Todd being in this movie and how wild that is.
That's true. Batman gets thrown into the Phantom Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Hilarity ensues in the Phantom Zone. No, it doesn't. There's this brick.
It's actually really sad.
Actually.
It's the one
Batman
good thing about the Phantom Zone being in this film is the scene.
Mm-hmm. Where the brick lady, whose name I don't remember, who's like in control of the Phantom Zone, goes over like all the bad stuff Batman's done in this movie and is like you're kind of a shitty dude, and he's like, oh, okay.
Oh yeah. Phyllis, played by Ellie Kemper.
That's right, Phyllis.
Yep.
And that's sort of the emotional climax of the film. And the brick agrees to let him out of the Phantom Zone as long as he
gets everyone back.
If he gets everyone back, including himself. So he's making this self-sacrifice decision. And he's decided to turn everything around, and he's gonna fight with his new family and defeat everyone and do a good job this time and not fuck it up. And
But they're still outnumbered. So who you gonna call?
who's
That's
it?
right. The Ghostbusters are in this, and you can't prove me wrong.
That adding it to the wiki as we speak.
If your Ghostbusters consist of Bane, Riddler, Killer Croc, then yeah.
You said Bane, and I fucking started chuckling. But yeah. So they made the stupid Suicide Squad joke just to do the same thing, and they don't even
But it's awesome in this movie.
It's
They
so
just-
good.
appear out of nowhere. They don't get released.
Batman hits a button on his bat signal, which I guess just immediately lets them all out of Arkham. I don't know why Batman has a release all inmates button for Arkham, but he does.
I felt this was a very satisfying moment of all the cool, funny Batman villains. I wanted to see the whole movie defeating the, admittedly iconic but sort of unwanted popular villains. Like,
I love.
sorry,
do you
Quinn,
love?
Oh
what were you saying?
no, after you will.
What?
What?
What do you love, Quinn?
Quentin, what do you love?
I love the concept of reading that whole entire situation as the Rogues Gallery getting revenge on the popular A-list villains for taking the villain spot. That's a very funny concept, Jack.
Yes, thank you. I think that's...
But do you guys want to know who is one of the few villains who doesn't show up to help Batman?
I want to
possibly out of
fucking
spite?
god damn it. No. No.
He doesn't come. He's
Why?
not there.
You mean one of the only villains that has a total turnaround arc where he works with Batman constantly?
Is the only one who doesn't show up to help. I don't know what happened between Jason and Bruce in this universe, but it was fucking vicious, I'll tell you that.
I am going to beg someone for the Lego Batman movie 0. I need it. Here's the director, Chris McKay. Get on it.
Please.
The Lego Batman movie 2 is going to be a prequel.
It better be. No,
Well,
actually,
it's-
there was the Wikipedia page says a sequel, Lego Super Friends, was announced in 2018 but was canceled.
Oh, Lego Super Friends.
I would have been so.
I would have liked to see Lego Super Friends.
I don't know.
That's a sad cancellation for me.
I don't know if I could do more Green Lantern.
Yeah, fuck Hal Jordan.
GL is so fucking annoying in this for no reason.
It's a joke. It's a joke from this is even a weird joke, but in the original Lego movie, Superman and Green Lantern show up, and Superman is just like, yeah, Green Lantern's kind of annoying, and then he shows up and he's very annoying, and that's the joke.
He's incredibly annoying. I don't know. I don't know if I could deal with a whole entire film of that. How hammed up all of these characters is a major, it's a major cornerstone of the writing, but it also hurts some of, how aggressively they'd write Batman as a dick during some of the scenes in this film. I flashed back to it when they did the whole entire redemption arc, because sometimes he was aggressively shitty.
Yeah,
Well, it's because his first son, Jason Todd, died, and he's still resentful.
He's been through a lot of trauma.
No, okay. Then why did he? Let me ask you this, Will. Why did he describe Dick Grayson as expendable? I
have an answer.
You
It's
do.
because Dick Grayson is like the 17th Robin in this universe.
No.
It's because he's already watched a Robin literally get expended.
That's a good point, Jack.
I thought we established that he felt melancholy feelings and wanted to send him home on the first jet. What is real?
He's conflicted. He's having
The
trouble
only thing
suppressing
real
his
in this
feelings.
universe is Jason Todd.
This is all a Lego set made by Jason Todd in between his death and his rebirth. But that's just a theory.
I'm going to talk about this last fight scene because it's not that interesting other than the fact that you get to see all of the villains team up. Or that part's like not really that interesting. What is interesting is Batman and Robin fighting back to back, and Batman delivers the great line of "Time to punch these guys so hard that words describing the impact materialize in the air."
I get it, because comic
Because
books.
it's the Batman.
Yep. I mean, that would have been a great opportunity to introduce another great Batman villain, who's actually a Green Lantern villain or a Green Arrow villain, but onomatopoeia.
Yeah, the famous serial killer. He'd fit great in this.
They had Professor Pig according to the wiki.
I don't trust the wiki.
Half of his fucking rogues gallery are serial killers.
No.
Oh,
What if they
Killer
had
Croc
Victor Zsasz
ate
in the
every
movie?
fucking.
We have to add Victor Zsasz to the wiki.
Yeah.
We do. Killer Croc ate all of the orphans in Gotham.
That didn't come out yet, probably. I don't know. I'm not checking.
Don't even fuck. If Jason Todd can canon be in this movie,
Okay, fine. But
we all get one.
Obviously, Killer Croc didn't eat all the orphans. There's more orphans at the orphanage.
They repopulated. There are always orphans being made.
They repopulated.
The orphans repopulated.
I mean, he could have eaten all the fucking orphans in the world. In the next 24 hours, there probably would have been like 2,400 of them just made.
Batman
That's
and Robin
sad.
send all the villains back to the Phantom Zone. We gotta move on.
Yeah.
Suspiciously, 500 of them happened at a circus. Anyway.
Then Joker's bomb goes off and he breaks the city in half. But there's a solution.
Yep.
The power of abs.
Yeah. And Legos.
Lego. And the fact
Yep.
that Lego feet attached to Lego heads. So they form these.
Once again, Jason
Human
Todd does not
chains.
show up, but it's fine.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
They form these human chains to physically pull the earth, the separating tectonic plates of Gotham back together. And
They're not
the day is
tectonic
saved.
plates. They just say the
They're
word
Lego
plates to keep it
plates.
ambiguous.
They're
'cause
Lego, plates. I know.
They're
but
those.
Just
they're
let
those
me
big
have
flat
this.
pieces.
Let me have this. They're analogous to tectonic plates.
They're
And the day is saved.
They saved, and Batman finally says that he hates Joker.
yeah.
And then there is one more shot that made me laugh out loud in this movie, and it must have been on accident, or else the people who made this movie are the funniest people of all time. So Batman sadly has to go back to the Phantom Zone, and he says goodbye to Dick, tells him that he is Bruce Wayne and Batman. They're the same person. He says goodbye to Alfred and to Barbara. And he shoots himself with the Phantom Zone projector, and then slowly it looks like he's ascending into heaven.
Yeah.
And it cuts back to a reaction shot. And the first reaction shot is just killed me. It is Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon both looking very, very sad in the center, and then slightly off to the side in the corner of the screen is the Riddler, and he's just smiling.
No. What it was
That
is they
has
had
to be
Riddler in that
intentional.
fucking scene, and then they were like, "What would Riddler
Dude,
be thinking?"
What would he be thinking?
It's just it's very like everyone gathers around to say goodbye, and the Riddler's just standing slightly behind them, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, "Fuck yeah!" I also love the insinuation, like the imagery of Batman being locked out of heaven as he is thrust back down to earth.
I also do want to say they do a second shot to show more people reacting, including Alfred. But it is funny that they're like, who are the three characters we want to see reacting to Batman's ascension first? Robin, Batgirl, and the Riddler.
Yeah.
So he doesn't
And then
actually get sucked into the Phantom Zone.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
allowed
good
to
guy
stay
now,
in this mortal plane.
canonically.
And for some reason, and I this is obviously just a gripe with the writing, didn't they say get all of the villains back?
Yeah, he doesn't
that were
send
in
Joker
there?
back.
Doesn't send Joker back. No.
Well, he
What
was
the
the one
fuck?
who sent Joker originally, right? Joker wasn't really supposed to be there.
Yeah, but he was a villain who was in there.
Yeah.
They wanted Batman back.
That's true.
He was a bad guy. Like, actually horrible bad guy.
I'm not trying to
well,
defend Joker here.
Fortunately, he wasn't even in the Phantom Zone, but he did join Joker's gang. It was in this movie from hit movie It.
Oh.
And so he did get sent to the Phantom Zone in Joker's place.
Wow.
Okay, I thought it was the snake clowns.
We didn't even
Didn't
talk
even
about
discuss
that bit.
that bit.
We can't go back and talk about bits we missed.
We
We'll be
can't
here for
reintroduce
another
things.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Did I cut you off from talking about a bit we missed?
No, the third act of this film has me feeling mighty confused because it's my favorite and least favorite part of this movie. I don't know. It's a great spectacle, but when you get into the nitty-gritty of it, there's so little to talk about compared to the rest of the film. A lot happens, but there's not a lot of there's a lot of action. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of action.
Sauron's in it.
And there are some fantastic moments. Sauron's in it. But it's a lot of one-liners. It's a lot of like family message stuff. Which there's one scene that really gets me, and I'll get into why it really clicks with me. And the reason is it does a moment in another comic that I don't like the comic that much, but I really like the moment, and I think it does it pretty well.
Yeah.
But
And
I don't
what
want
is
to
that
go
moment?
into that tangent if you guys have.
No, just go
Things to
into
say.
it. You
Go
just set
for
it
the
up.
tangent, because I have another tangent, but I don't want to go on into it because I've already done one. So you do one, I'll do one, Jack can do one if he
Okay,
wants.
I can do one, but
Okay.
you do yours, Quinn.
At the end of Batman Hush,
Ah.
he is standing around with Catwoman, and Catwoman says the word hush. And Batman freaks out and like tears away from her and asks her who she's working for. And the entire story has been setting up to like them having a more trusting relationship. And it's like a really powerful, impactful moment because it's like he'll never be able to trust another human being. The part where they take a selfie and Robin uses the word family in this film
Yes.
instantly made me flash back to that exact moment. And I think it's better when you recontextualize it with the part where he's talking to Phyllis and he actually makes a good, positive change. It gave me a really satisfying arc that I wish I could have seen in something like a continuation to Hush. With that,
You know what else makes
relationship.
that scene hit more when he says family?
Are you gonna say Fast and Furious?
No, I was gonna say that Jason Todd is in this.
You motherfucker!
Wow.
All right, I mean that's my tangent. It just
Yeah.
reminded me of Hush.
Cool. Jack, do you want to do one, or should I go into mine?
Mine is kind of. I'll do mine. I'll just do mine because yours is probably going to be better than mine.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that this I realized partway through that this movie was the Arrested Development reunion that no one asked for, or possibly everyone asked for, because it has Will Arnett and Michael Cera. And I just want to say Will Arnett is fucking hilarious in Arrested Development, and he's great in this too.
Yep.
Agreed.
So, shout outs to him.
So, when Batman goes to like 1v the army of like the Phantom Zone guys,
Yeah.
Yes.
Batman canonically wins that matchup, and I can prove it.
You always have something to say.
Name anyone, and I will tell you how Batman beats them.
All right,
You
let's
just
talk
can't
about
keep your
Sauron.
fucking-
What's
Sauron,
Yeah.
easy. Sauron is only alive due to his earthly connection with the One Ring. He's in
Yeah.
a different plane from the One Ring. It's not keeping him alive. He just dies by being there. Moving on.
What about
Next.
in Lord of the Rings though? Like,
He's not in Lord of the Rings. He's in Gotham City. He
But
instantly
King Kong.
dies.
he's clearly alive.
Hey, Quentin. Remember
Yep.
the Hugo Strange story where Batman
Oh,
King
God
Kong's a
damn
guy
it.
off the Empire State Building? Next.
But this guy's
moving on.
bigger!
He had. Did you not see he had a rocket ship? He's got bigger planes.
God damn it!
Next. Don't you dare say Dracula. Batman versus Dracula exists.
The Daleks.
EMP. Next.
That's... Okay, alright. Fuck
What do you mean? Are you gonna tell me he doesn't have an EMP? Next.
I'm saying that Daleks can't be taken out. I'm the only one here that watches Doctor Who.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you're our
you-
nerd
you-
friend, as said by the movie itself,
Mm-hmm.
which is really embarrassing.
Okay,
When
how
you're on
about bombs?
to be the nerdy
Are-
one on a fucking podcast?
Bombs. You can just use bombs.
But I'm not
Batman use
I'm not
bombs?
even.
Yeah, he's explosive
He
gel.
doesn't use guns. Why would he use
Do you not
bombs?
remember in our last episode where Terry used a batarang to fucking annihilate a column?
what
Explosive
about
gel wouldn't
Goku?
work.
What about-
Okay. First of all, Goku's not in the movie. And Quentin, do you remember? Do you
the
remember
wiki says
the
otherwise.
Quentin?
Yep.
Quentin. Do you remember the explosive batarang that demolished the pillar? Do you remember it? Could that hurt the Daleks? I genuinely don't know.
No.
Why not?
They because they have a bullshit plot fucking force field that can
And Batman doesn't?
I don't know.
Also,
He's a mortal man.
okay, next. I'm pretty sure I proved that one. I don't remember.
Did you ever prove
Yeah, I said
Goku? Or...
bombs.
Does he not count as a
Um,
villain? What if I say Frieza?
Yeah, I do think Batman might lose to Frieza.
Okay. Checkmate, Will.
Frieza would lose to Frieza.
Mr. Frieza?
Frieza loses to everyone.
Frieza never loses.
No, Frieza always loses. That's his.
No,
That's his character.
He
He
won
kills
in
people all
Resurrection.
the time.
He won in Resurrection F before time was rewound. He won in the special of Bardock.
Yeah, Frieza's one victory was retconned.
No, he beat Bardock.
Oh, he did beat Bardock.
He beat Bardock and Krillin.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely Krillin.
Krillin
So
is
we
the
can't talk about Dragon Ball Z.
Krillin
We can't
the
talk about Star
Krillin's the
I'm sorry
canonical
for bringing
strongest
this
human
up.
being.
No, it's the fucking movie's fault. It's the movie's fault for having these bullshit tie-ins. Oh, Majora from Majora's Mask. What about that one?
You think Batman doesn't speed run Zelda? He knows how to
God
beat that
damn
guy.
it! You're so right.
And since he's so sad, Majora's Mask is definitely his favorite Zelda game.
He plays the Song of Time backwards on his death metal guitar.
Are we ready for verdicts?
Yes, let's go to verdicts.
Yep.
Someone do
Will,
the
give us the
verdict.
order. Will, give
I
us the
hate
order.
it. I always do it. Quentin, me, Jack. I think we've done that too many times. Jack, me, Quentin.
Okay. I'm going to give this movie a Schway because it's a fun comedy action adventure with a lot of jokes, and most of them are funny. and it's just charming and good, and it has good acting and good animation. So that's pretty freaking Schway in my book.
Awesome. I looked it up. Daleks can be killed by disintegration. Batman can probably do that.
How?
God damn it.
I don't know. I just looked it up.
I
How could
I didn't read
Batman
it.
do that though?
Explosive battering. That's very good.
True. See, the Daleks don't have a lot of rules. Their one weakness was not being able to go upstairs.
And then they
until
could.
it
I've
was,
seen the clip.
Yeah,
I've seen it. It's amazing.
until they could.
This is Schway. It's got Bane in it, and that's awesome. I'm not gonna say anything else. That's all.
Boom.
It has Bane in it. Points taken away because he is not the color.
Red.
Right.
I wasted all my Schway Schwarbage like elaboration time talking about Daleks, so I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, of course, this is a fucking show. You know what I just thought? Somebody probably had a really sad experience. They must have red-green color blindness, and they'll never be able to experience red Bane the right way.
But what if someone has green-red color blindness and Bane is red in everything that they watch?
That, you know what? That's the dream. Yeah, no. So this is a fucking Schway. This is probably one of the funniest movies ever written, like purely in terms of the amount of jokes that land. Because there are movies that make jokes. There are movies that make
True.
hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of jokes. But to have a movie that lands so consistently, and to have so many things in the background and in subtext, and the thing that I'm going to give this movie the most credit for is it trusts its audience. It doesn't treat its audience like sheep that need to be shepherded. It trusts them with things. Like when they set up the fucking spit take joke, they trust the audience to know who is doing the spit take the second time around. And it's stuff like that that really impresses me about the script writing of this film. Automatic Schway.
I found 2 more ways that Batman could kill the Daleks.
Okay.
So, first of all, if you bury them, they have no way of unburying themselves.
They can teleport in certain continuities.
Okay, well, not according to the thing I'm currently reading. Also, they're vulnerable to their own attacks. I feel like Batman's probably got a mirror somewhere. That's gotta work, I assume.
Okay, no, they do not reflectively bounce. If you could get them to attack each other, then sure. Well, okay. They are also weak to paintballs. If you shoot paintballs at the eye stalk, they cannot see, and therefore are majorly disabled.
It sounds like Batman smoke bombs and then wins. Also, even if we want to say, okay, wait. Another one is so. According to this, Quentin, maybe you know what this is. A Dalek. Oh no, that's what you were talking about. Could Batman cryptographic sequence a Dalek into controlling it?
Not unless the Doctor showed up with the TARDIS, which I think is another way that they could have made this whole entire thing work, but it also would have taken away from Batman
It's
and his
secretly
entire
a Doctor
story.
Who movie.
Well, no. I'm
Wait,
saying
guys,
that if the hero counterparts of the villains showed up,
Can I
in
interrupt
some way,
for
shape,
one,
or form.
for one moment?
Yes, you can.
On my recording, the amount of time we've been recording has just reached the runtime of the film.
Okay, everyone, thank you for listening to Schway Schwarbage. Jack and Quentin are going to do an outro while I sip on my Pepsi. Oh, my Pepsi is empty. I'm just going to sit here.
Well, Quentin, here you go.
Yep. Jack, what was your favorite Lego set as a child?
Power miners I like the one with the big drill. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, the big drill one.
How about you, Quentin?
Yeah. Christmas morning 2008. It was in Kansas City, my grandmother's house. I woke up bright and early, walked downstairs. I saw the Lego Indiana Jones Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Temple of the Crystal Skull set, which, now that I'm thinking of it, it is a couple of Legos, a big plastic, like, thing, and a bunch of stickers. But really, is there more to life than that? I don't think so.
Hey, Quentin, what the fuck is the time vortex, and could Batman absorb it?
It's time and space, and fucking of course he can! He's Batman!
Yes! Success!